just making this video for a few tips and tricks in playing this game, but also mostly for feedback. This is Sword Warriors Cursed. It's a Roblox game and it's very grindy. It takes a very long time to actually get in-game stuff. It takes a couple of weeks of farming your literal ass off. Because it takes 81 of these to get one of these. And before I start, I would like to point out these ornaments either increase these numbers or lower this number. Also, at level 10, moving forward, if we ever add more wings, because I would love to see more options on wings, like one more specialized in movement speed comparatively to damage, one more specialized in HP, or one specialized in damage. We can keep this one as a base balanced build for those who want to follow a balanced build. 1 key a day, or 1 key a run. You can buy up to 3 keys a day. Gems are easy to get. You get these from your runs. You can buy 1 potion of every type per day. You can auto these. If you have the Robux to spend, I would recommend getting this. It's less than 100 Robux, and it will speed up all of your runs. Because normally you would not use these skills at all. It would just be basic attack. So if you've got the Robux for it, definitely recommend. Now, if you got plenty of Robux, before you buy anything here, get Easy Craft Sword. If you join the Discord and you ask around, everybody will tell you the same thing. This is like the most OP broken game pass in this game right now. Next step, extra pet, easy craft pet. Then worry about everything else. Right now, honestly, I would not recommend even buying these. I don't see a way to break through on these. They don't even appear in the menu. It's 2,000 Robux for 10 eggs, and you need to buy at least 100 just to get this once. Let's say you don't have the pass. That means you need 81 of these to get a 5-star. It caps out at level 35. And I don't know if there's a way to break through, or if they will even move up in tier throughout the worlds. But right now, the only reason they're stronger at all is because they can go up to level 35. Otherwise, at level 30, they have the same stats as these guys. Like, look, 0.3k bonus. And I get it, that's only a 1-star, this is a 3-star, but this was also a World 1 pet at one point. So the stats are slightly higher, but not significant enough to make it worth the amount of money it costs. Like, they're not much better than what you can already get in-game. Also, for this whole thing, it is so boring to just sit here. Even when you're manually playing. Like, these runs could take up to 20, 30 minutes. The higher your power gets, the longer these runs will take. So my suggestion, which Frosty already typed it out in the Discord, add something like a roguelike system. You know, every 5 floors you can pick 1 of 3 buffs. If you join the Discord, I will definitely always show you exactly where to find Frosty's, because he put it very detailed in his suggestions, and I don't think I can explain it as well as he did. But something to keep us invested. Because right now, even while I'm recording, I just have the attention span. I don't even know what to compare it to, because I just want to walk away, you know, go hit my pen, maybe grab a snack. there's just nothing really here to keep me invested. And there's no auto replay for Endless Towers, so we can't even, like, walk away and farm it. We have to actively be here, so when the run ends, we can go ahead and start the next run. So there is a lot of changes that I would like to see, but I'm only one person. I can't change an entire game. Some people might like the game just the way it is. I'm not sure how to word this, but this annoys me. Like, this genuinely annoys me. Can we either keep this how it is and inside your codex, where it shows the skills here, also have, like, descriptions of what the stats are? Because none of these tell you how much damage they do, what the scaling is. Massive damage. What is massive damage? Like 30% more damage, 50% more damage, 200% more damage? Like, I would just like to see actual numbers to represent the stat value. Like, the descriptions are so vague. And that is going to force me to make a separate video where I take my beautiful Lux Sword here, and I'm going to put every one of these skills on this one single sword. And I'm going to use every ability in the game to see exactly which skill does the most damage. Now, truthfully, in terms of damage, I don't care what one does the most damage. The cooldown alone pushes me away from actually keeping any of these. So at the end of it, I will be putting this same skill back on. Because 30% attack speed is wild. Yeah, that's right. 30%. It increases your attack speed. Doesn't tell you by how much. It is 30%. So we know that this is 30%. So add a stat value somewhere to let us know. You can only get this once, and if you accidentally lose this, which a lot of people kind of did, because auto merge, you know, like, we have swords just randomly disappear from our inventory because we forget to hit this little lock button. So, kind of lost my starter weapon, and I wanted to keep it, but it's a stick. I don't care. It is what it is. And I'm kind of running out of things to really ramble about here, which is my whole point on the Endless Tower. Like, I would love to see more updates on just this one aspect. Like, I know y'all got to create new worlds, and we got a new season coming up, but it feels as if the Endless Tower just has not been getting, like, any updates other than bug fixes here and there. Like, there was a time bug at one point where the minute just never ended. It would get down to 1 second, just stop moving. Some people managed to climb up to, like, 82 when the highest player was still at 65 at the time. So, I'm glad that that got fixed, and if it didn't, whoever runs into that bug, you're just lucky. Because I have yet to see it once. I have seen 2 bosses spawn at the same time. And I have seen this floor number just stay the same for like 10 floors in a row. So, the devs are here. Like, they're listening to our feedback, they're actively in the Discord, and they're making updates. The game has only been out since 2 days before Halloween of this year. It's a very new game. The community is very active, so if you're just looking for a fun game to kill time idle, enjoy some family time in the Discord, we are more than welcome to invite more people, and we would love if you invited your friends. Hell yeah, I'm still rank 5. Some titles are just cosmetic. Some do have stats. If y'all are gonna keep stats on some of these titles, I do recommend that this title gets to keep its stats simply for it is awarded to those who led the donation ranking. And if a content creator, you can create content and not donate to a game at the same time. So I do feel like somebody investing enough to be rank 1 should get something, since this is just a leaderboard. This had nothing to do with how much you spent. It had to do with when you started and how active you were and how much time you invested into the game during beta. Now the game launched in 10/29 and I started within like the second week of November, the first week of November, 2 days before World 3 came out. So it was still in beta. I was here when Season 1 launched. So beta wasn't even that long. So if they're getting this big of a buff, then the #1 donator, the guy who spent the most money to help support the devs be able to, you know, work. Without money, you can't keep the game running. They should still get something. And if not, then no title should have any stats. They should be cosmetic only. Like, 10% coin, that's fine. 10% speed, kinda useless. This one is hilarious, and it just makes me feel bad for our developers. And the fact that they're going to have to listen to all this BS that I'm spewing right now. And I'm still only on 62, and I normally make it to about 70, so there's at least 8 minutes left worth of recording. And I'm not sure what else to really complain about. So I might end my run here and move on to something else that I would like to point out before I end this video. Go ahead and turn this off. Okay. Hear me out. Drop rate here is originally 1%. You can get a free sword here. I definitely recommend not leaving this world until you finish at least this quest for your free mythic. And then this boss up here on hard mode, it drops down to a base 0.5. So the chances of finding it got halved immediately. Either way, still, to anybody joining us, I recommend finishing this free mythic before you move on to World 3. So the Fortune Slip is a new addition. I actually like this. And I like the fact that it's every 30 minutes. If I don't like the buff, I can come over here and remove the buff. Yeah, I know, I just wasted a decent buff. The breakthrough system, honestly, like a 5-star, 99% off. That's amazing in its own right, except for mythics. They get very pricey even at 5-star. Since I have a spare, yeah, I'll go ahead and break through that just to demonstrate. See, because it immediately 33 mil for a 1-star. Like, at 5 stars, because it's 99% off, that's doable. But 1 star, 33 mil, and you're on World 2. Good luck getting that many gems. Like, There's people who grind non-stop and they barely have like 60 to 70 mil. So what the hell were y'all thinking when you made that number so high? Did you add an extra 3? And then it drops to 11.11 just because you started up one time. That seems like a major increase. There we go. Alright. Then jumps up to 89. So honestly, get it to about 3-star, 4-star, and the price is semi-worth it if you're willing to do the grind. However, it definitely seems like the 1-star is just massively jacked up in price. Instead of dropping it 67% just because it's a 2-star now, just lower the base price and do like 30, 40, 50, 80. Like, find a way to keep the 99% off for the 5-star, but make these a lot lower and the base cost lower. I love this because I can always just change my skills whenever I want. However, there's no way to remove this skill. Like, this skill is just stuck here. So, it kind of forces one of 3 skills no matter what right now. World 4, yeah, we're going to get a new mythic, but we still only have 4 skills that we can use as a primary skill. Because even with the breakthrough system, your goal is 5-star mythic, current stage of whatever world you're on. So you want this to be a 5-star level 40 sword. Phase 4. Instead of Phase 2. But since Mythic is the goal, that means no matter what, you're going to always have a Mythic end game. So you're going to be stuck with whatever Mythic skill you have. Can we add a way to change this skill? Please. So we can actually utilize builds. Also, before I leave, skill transfer. Can we please add a training dummy area in here so this is a little easier to use? Because right now, changing my skill, I'll have to skill transfer, go to World 1, and then go hit a training dummy. Or I could just start a run. But either way, it would just be easier if there was a training dummy. Feel free to say no. And as for World 3, this is endgame. Normal mode, hard mode. That's all we really have here. There's nothing really added yet. I would love to see something added here in the future. I suggested this in the Discord, but like all these yellows and these reds, I don't care about the greens and the purples and the blues, but the yellows, pets included. You know what? No, because pets are easy to obtain, especially the yellows. So swords only. If you sacrifice this yellow sword, since it's a World 3 sword, let's say it's 5-star World 3. If you were to sacrifice this, you'll get a permanent 0.5% bonus to coin. And if you were to do the same thing for a mythic, you know, like 0.5% gems. I know that sounds wild, but in the long run, it gives us progression on these gems. And right now, the only way to increase gems at all is by maxing out this. And that's it. There's nothing, there's not even a potion. So there's no way to earn more gems overall. And 30% isn't much when you're only getting 7k a run on hard mode. and your pet literally costs like 12k to enchant. So it takes at least 2 runs to even be able to enchant your pet one time. And when you're trying to roll for luck 5, slash 5, slash 5, that's a lot of rolls, and it's very expensive and nearly impossible to get perfect rolls right now. Like, I only have 3 slash 5 pets and 3 luck 5 pets, and I'm desperately struggling to even get, like, as you can see, I got 2 luck 5s here. The second one just never rolls. I can get as close as luck 4, but it's costing me over, I want to say, probably 110, 120 million gems that I have probably spent instead of just saving up for the new world to just try and maximize out my build. But as for now, I think that's it. I don't really think there's much left to cover. Already covered the titles. Oh, achievements. I've suggested this in the Discord as well, but instead of gems on some of these, like this egg hatching one, open 1,000,000 eggs, 20,000 gems. Bruh. Like, what? What if open 100 eggs? Okay, so you're still going to be new to the game at that point. You know, 5k gems sounds amazing at that early of a game. And then add 1,000 eggs. Egg hatch plus 1. 10k eggs. 10,000 gems. And then for these two, egg hatch plus 1, egg hatch plus 1. That'll give free-to-play players a chance to hatch 3 eggs, and if they buy the Game Pass for triple hatch, then they could be able to hatch up to 6 eggs. But this mainly is a suggestion mostly to help our free-to-play players. But the drop rates do decrease significantly in each world, and I'm not sure how I fully feel about that. Because the game gets harder and harder as it goes, but the drop rates for the mythics should not be dropping down that far. Because even with my luck, it's 0.54%. Which is, that's fine. That's about a normal number for a 3-minute clear time, 400-ish runs. You know, like, well, 200-ish runs because of luck, but normally these take about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. And with no luck, it's like a 0.3 chance, so you're looking at like 335 fights. Multiply that by 3 minutes. That's a lot of time that you need to invest just to see a single sword. Like, it takes almost a full day of active grinding time to see just one of these drop if you don't have luck. Needless to say, luck is currently broken. It is the most OP stat in the game, but it does nothing damage-wise. But that'll be all for today. Thank you for watching. I would love to see more updates.